everybody, Lars here. Today we're going to go ahead and dive in and check out some videos, so be sure to like and subscribe, and let's get started.
Perfect. So that was my wife, the little intro. She decided to make one because she hasn't been appearing like at all. And I figured why not have, a first appearance. So let's go ahead, let's dive on in and check out her videos. So first one we have Swampert. We're immediately switching to, of course, Medicham. Now with Medicham, take the Hydro Cannon, and keep in mind, some people will switch right out the gate when you switch to Medicham. It's pretty rare actually to see a Swampert, stay in because it is so squishy in Great League. Regardless, go ahead and have Bastiodon tank those Shadow Balls because it's not going to do a lot of damage as always. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to get up that charged energy. So there it goes. One last charge move, and then we say goodbye to Noctowl. There it goes. And Swampert's back in, so feel free to let loose one Stone Edge and then immediately switch to Victreebel. Now it becomes our Victreebel versus an alone with Ninetales. That's totally fine with 2 shields. We are looking good. Not a whole lot it can do. Go ahead, shield this last attack. There it is. And we say goodbye to Swampert and we pick up the W. So next one, they switch to Walrein. We are switching to Medicham. Walrein is one of the few Pokemon in which all of our Pokemon are super effective against it. There's that, and then they're going to go ahead. The best they can do is get 2 Icicle Spheres off or 1 Earthquake. They can't get an Icicle Sphere and an Earthquake if you are using Power Up Punch Medicham. So they bring in their Sableye, but that's totally fine. Switch to Swampert, and that's that. On to the next one. So they immediately switch right out the gate to a Dragonair. With Dragonair, go ahead, let the first one hit you, like so, and then we're going to go ahead and use a Stone Edge. So there it is. That means they're going to shield. So we bring in Medicham, and with Medicham, it's one of those things where we're going to shield this one, and then we're going to go ahead and we're going to use a little Power Up Punch action here, like so. And then, of course, we're going to get off 1 Psychic, and luckily they opt not to shield here. And that's great news for us because we're both down to 1 shield, but we have 2 Pokemon left. They only have 1. Well, 1 here in a second. There we go. And of course, it is Obstagoon. So we're going to go ahead, since we are down to 1 shield, let the first one hit us, and then go ahead and shield the second. Luckily, that didn't boost their attack. Otherwise, we would be in big trouble. So there we go. Obstagoon is down, and at this point, the battle's pretty much over. I think she threw this just to break its attack in case it does get another one off, but we're good. Another Swampert lead. We're switching to Medicham, and this person, unlike the first person, does switch right out the gate. So, along the Ninetales, it doesn't know Charm, which is great news. So here's what we want to do. Since we need to gain the lead, we're going to go ahead. We are going to not be stingy with our shields. Go ahead and use both shields, like so. And now, this last Weather Ball is going to hit us, but it's totally fine because we have gained the lead. So here comes Swampert. Go ahead, throw this Psychic. They do shield. And then we're going to go ahead and try to get that Power Up Punch off. We ended up not getting it off, but it's fine because we have Victreebel. And they get an Earthquake off here, but chances are they have a Flying type in the back. And at this point, the battle is over. There is nothing they can do just because even though Noctowl is super tanky, it lacks that really big attack number. And Shadow Ball, plus the fact that it doesn't get stabbed, means that it's just not going to hit Bastiodon hard enough to really hurt us. So go ahead, put this Noctowl out of its misery, like so, and then say goodbye to Swampert with a couple boops. And it's on to the next battle. So Sableye. Note that this Sableye is Shadow, and it's very rare to see Shadow. But obviously, most people use a purified Sableye. But there's still nothing wrong with Shadow. I have a Shadow, and I use it sometimes during fun cups. And just a little FYI, there's a Sky attack. We're gonna bring Bastiodon back in and let Bastiodon do its Bastiodon thing. Go ahead and then let this one hit us. Here's a Moonblast, and then we're just going to continue to farm uh, Altaria down. There we go, another Sky attack, no problem. And now we have enough energy. And they wait just for a little bit, throw this flamethrower here. There it is. We're bringing in Medicham, and then we're just going to use this Power Up Punch, like so. Charging on up. Now, my wife made a big mistake here. She should have shielded that one, but it made it really close. She still won, but I would have shielded that um, Zap Cannon. Luckily, obviously, Registeel lacks a really, its fast move lock on does like no damage at all almost. It's like one, the bare minimum. And so she was able to sneak, you know, extra charge, or no, an extra, charge move off, flamethrower off at the very last minute. So let's go ahead. Next one, we have a Victreebel. So go ahead with Victreebel. What I normally do, my cat's like right here, is I go ahead and I'll use this flamethrower. This person quick switched. Normally they'll shield it, but hey, they quick switched Deoxys, so that's great news for us because we only have to use one shield here. There's that Psycho Boost. Then we're going to go ahead and we're going to use this Leaf Tornado. Excuse me, we have to use two shields, but they have to use one as well. So we still gain the lead, or we retain the lead rather. Here comes a Bastiodon, and that is a great, great sight to see because that means we have our Medicham in the back, to really put an end to this team. So go ahead, bring Medicham in. They are bringing in their Victreebel. Quick switch to Bastiodon just to absorb some of that damage. There it is. And now it's pretty much over. There's not much else they can do. Well, just really can't kill us here. So we're good. Now we have another Medicham lead, and we're going to switch to Victreebel. This person is playing it the traditional way, which is to throw an Ice Punch and then switch. So they throw that Ice Punch, and then they quick switch to Noctowl, with Medicham and Noctowl being a very, very common sight, very common core. And what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead, we're going to bring in Bastiodon, and just like always, Bastiodon is going to farm this Noctowl down. Fifi, right there. All right, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to use this flamethrower against Medicham just to lower its HP even more. That is our goal, to get their Medicham as low as possible. All right, now we're going to go ahead and we're going to use this power-up punch, like so, and then say goodbye to Medicham, and it's over. We don't know what they have in the back, but chances are it was weak to fighting. So we have another Shadow Sableye, and they bring in their Bastiodon, and we bring in our Medicham. And this is why I don't like having Bastiodon in the back, is because you get an awesome opportunity to farm. I don't play that mini game, I don't tap the bubbles. I'm just doing it to get the power-up boost. And then we say goodbye to Bastiodon. And note that if you don't get the power-up, or you don't hit power-up punch, they will get two flamethrowers off. I do this also just so they get one. So we say goodbye to our Medicham, and then we're going to go ahead. We're going to bring in Bastiodon. They are bringing in Registeel, and it becomes Registeel versus our Victreebel. At this point, there's not a whole lot they can do. We do get lucky here, and they don't break our attack. We break theirs. But even if we had both broken each other's attack, we can still beat this Registeel just because our fast move is most of our damage. That's like our bread and butter. So let's go ahead and let's go ahead and check out the very last battle. And this is it. See what we got going here. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to throw this power-up punch. Now, just like before, 2 Icicle Spears or 1 Earthquake. This person actually doesn't get the second one off, which is pretty rare. So they're going to go ahead. They are bringing in Whimsicott. Go ahead and just throw this Psychic here. They opt not to shield, which is totally fine. They don't have to shield. Say goodbye to Medicham. There it is. And now we're going to go ahead. We're going to bring in Bastiodon. They are bringing in Galarian Stunfisk, but as always, all we need is 2 shields, and Galarian Stunfisk will be no more. So that's it. I want to thank you all for watching, and I hope you had a great time. And have a great rest of your day and or night. And take care. Bye-bye.